Welcome to Jesolo in Italy for round 1 of the Rotax MicroMax challenge. This is for drivers between the ages of 7 and 11 using Mojo C2 tyres, although as you can see there, it is actually the wet versions that we're having to use today. The weather's not quite what was when they had their practice and heats yesterday, so they've got to get used to the new conditions. We can see a few of them focusing, picturing the corners, getting nervous, and a few of them are just really looking forward to this. Great proving ground, these MicroMax karts. Don't underestimate just how fast these karts are. Great way to learn their trade and move on up through the ranks. And here we go for the start, and everybody seems to be behaving well. Line astern, none of the bumping and boring that we get in probably the slightly older drivers. All very well behaved there. Oh, someone's run very wide there. That's very unfortunate, but no drama. Managed to keep going, and we absolutely 3 abreast through that hairpin. Oh, and we had a spinner there. I didn't notice which number it was, but you saw as the camera flashed past, we had a spinner, and that would have been a kart from towards the front end there, unfortunately. So we'll have to wait and see who that was. I got a feeling that it was kart 535, possibly Devier Pitka. But hopefully, not sure, is he going to be able to get going again. The green flag's showing, so the yellow's obviously shown prior to that. Oh, I thought we were going to have a challenge for the lead there. Oh, and there we go, kart number 509. That's Kacper Stucker. That didn't look like he was going to be able to rejoin. We got a move being made for the lead there. They're side by side. He's carrying it through. He wasn't able to quite get the power on quick enough. That's the problem with these wet conditions. The move wasn't able to be made. I'm just trying to have a look and see the numbers here. And we're about to cross the line, so the timings will update. And that's 535, so that's Devier Pitka. He is out. That's I think out on the first lap. We got the challenge again being made for the move, so they're chopping and changing. He's darting back up the inside. Ooh, that was under the yellow flags. Hopefully that was all okay and everybody accepts. Oh, and he's pushing him wide. That was a bit Lewis Hamilton versus Nico Rosberg there. In fact, when those two were dueling, we were saying that it was the stereotypical kart racing from when those two were learning their trade in the karts together. I think that's kart 599. Is that Ralph Faber? I think it is that Ralph Faber that's in the lead at the moment. I believe it's kart 556 Marcel Sumach that is in second at the moment, and in third, fastest lap last time round was Jakub Kolasa. 558, that is Jakub Kolasa. 535, I think that is Devier Pitka, just trying to get going again, but he's going to be at least a lap down there, so I'm not sure whether that is to be able to continue or whether that's into retirement. And here we go at the front again. It is incredibly close. 599, Ralph Faber still just about got that lead, but very close. Looking, he's having to go defensive into that first corner, and that's the second lap completed. Ralph Faber fastest, so Marcel Sumach is putting incredible amount of pressure on Ralph Faber. He was having to go defensive, and he's running a little bit wide there. Is Sumach able to make the move? We'll have to see when it comes back again, but he was certainly hoping to carry it through. Not quite. Ralph Faber still got the lead, only just, from 556, Marcel Sumach. In third place is still 558, which is Jakub Kolasa. He's just kind of taking a watching brief at the moment. There's no point getting too involved when these two are dueling quite as ferociously as they clearly are. They're enjoying their racing, learning the lines. As I say, it's tricky in these conditions of knowing exactly what's going to work out the fastest line. And we're just coming through to this right-hander now, ready to get onto the start-finish straight. And we look a little bit further down the pack. Oh, I thought that was a spinner then, but I think he just lost momentum on the exit of that corner. And here is our leader, Ralph Faber, still under pressure from Marcel. And Marcel has taken a very tight line there. He was looking to get himself up the inside, wasn't quite on. That is what's tricky in these conditions, you see. And in the dry, he may have been able to have got that power on a lot quicker and actually launch himself up the inside. Once he'd got the braking down and managed to take it that tight up the inside, but he wasn't able to get the power down as he would have hoped. Another kart there off on the grass, nicely out of the way, not a problem there. That's 3 laps completed in this 10-lap race. Obviously, this is the pre-final. And remember that in the grand final, their finishing positions becomes their starting. The finishing positions in the pre-final becomes their starting positions in the grand final. And that was 559 Matus, or Matti Lennart, who is racing for Team CRG Poland. And I'd like to say thank you to his sponsors, Archicom Developer, enable him to go racing here. He is about to turn 9 in the next matter of days, so still got a big future ahead of him. From Poland on, we've got the tight line being taken again. Is he able to get the power on? Marcel Sumac, he keeps trying that line, doesn't he? But he's just not quite able to get the power on. And now we've actually got 558 Jakub Kolasa has managed to join right on the back, and he's looking to take that wide line round the outside of Marcel Sumac. Oh, and we've got another 2 retirements there. A spinner in the background, 514. That's Marcel Kuch. We've got a bit of a shortcut being attempted there by one of the cuts. I thought he was going to cut straight across the grass there. But to be fair, he has taken it back onto the track the correct way. I couldn't quite make out the number, I'm afraid. But here is this 3-way battle at the front of the field between, in the lead at the moment, 599 Ralph Faber. Second, 556 Marcel Sumac. And in third place is 558 Jakub Kolasa, as they come to complete their 5th lap of this 10-lap race. There will be halfway, and we see that kart there of Marcel Kuch just out of the way. Still having to take that defensive line. Is 514, so yeah, that's Marcel Kuch. Just moving it a little bit further out of the way, make sure there's no problems there. Oh, Ralph Weber, is he going to lose the lead now? Oh, there was a bit of contact there. I thought he had the line, but that contact just wiped off all of his momentum, and then you had exactly the same happen there from the 3rd place of who is it? I'm just making sure that it hasn't changed there, but no, it's still Jakub Kolasa that's in 3rd, I believe, at the moment. And they're constantly catching up with each other, looking to make the moves, but they've got to work out where is the move worthwhile taking in these conditions without scrubbing off too much speed. Fairly lonely 559, that's Matti Lennart. And he's having a very dominant race there. And he started 14th on the grid. Matus Lennart started 14th, and he's running there in 4th at the moment. Wow, what a great performance there. Just trying to see behind the signs. We're still 3 line abreast at the moment. And again, he's trying to take that. And Marcel Sumac taking that tight line. Not quite on there. He's lining them up, and then he switches back and he attempts to take it here, and he runs in wide and he takes that lead. He looks behind him to make sure. No, he wasn't able to keep it, but he switched back again. He is mastering the switchback here. He really is. And we've got another 3-way battle a little bit further down the grid there. But this is the 3-way battle for the 3 steps of the podium. They all want to be on that top step, unsurprisingly. First round here, pre-final. Not only the dominant points in the pre-final. Fastest lap on that last was Matus Lennart. Matti has managed to just put in a 109.8. So he is the fastest man. He's looking to close in. Oh, that was a very wide line. You see all the bits of rubber on the exit there. But yeah, Matti is looking to close up on these 3. At the moment, Ralph Weber's managed to make a bit of a breakaway. And in fact, the 2nd place Sumac is having to defend there from Kolasa. So it is just allowing Ralph Weber to just pull away ever so slightly. And here we go again, that tight line. Is he able to carry the speed? Not quite. Is he going to go for the switch back again? No, he's more worried about Kolasa that's just behind him. Oh, and Kolasa, he did that last lap round as well. A very late lunge in there, and he just has to then dart away at the last second. And ends up going wide and losing a bit of the momentum. But I would suspect there's a good chance if he's going to take him, it could be into that corner. If anything, he wants to try and be able to switch up the inside. If that's covered, it's difficult, because from memory is that it's a double right-hander, so it's not going as though going around the outside is going to give him the inside line. There's the nice blue cart of 530, which is Lynx Gabor. And it's kind of equidistant between these front three now, as they're just coming through to complete their 8th lap. So 2 laps left to go. They're starting their penultimate lap, absolutely glued together. Still Ralph Weber that's got the lead at the moment. They've all just put in their own fastest laps, but the fastest man on the track is the 10th place, 557, Igor Drozinski. What a great lap that was by Drozinski, and he'll be looking to move on up the field. He's currently running in 10th, as I say, but they're all very close there, sort of about 4 or 5 carts. In fact, there we go. I think we can see them all now. So they're able to make up some positions. Just the 2 laps remaining. Here is our leader, Ralph Weber, just ahead of Marcel Sumach. About to come through very shortly to start their final lap. Ralph Weber's going to be looking to keep hold of that. Jakub Kalassa's in 3rd. He's still trying to put pressure on Sumach. Is Matus Lennart able to close in on all this? And we've got a back marker getting, unfortunately, right in the way there. These back markers are obviously having to learn their trade as well. Oh, that was very unfortunate, but it's kind of status quo. They're all in the same positions as far as I can see. Yep, it's Ralph Weber still from Marcel Sumach and Jakub Kalassa in 3rd, but I was a bit worried. Oh, and a very wide line there by Ralph Weber, but he's able to sweep it back in and still hold that line. Oh, but he's going to run wide, and we've got Sumach was good. Oh, I think was that the back marker again? I couldn't quite tell. But, or was that Matty? I'm not sure. We'll have to see as they come through. There's our leader now, just a few more laps away from winning this pre-final. And he's about to... oh no, he's got a couple more corners. Sorry, I'm getting so excited. I was a bit ahead of myself on the circuit there. So he's still, Ralph Weber is leading from Marcel Sumach. And in 3rd position we have Jakub Kalassa. Oh, is that our leader? That was our leader. Our leader span it out on the last lap. Oh no, he's going to be devastated. No one's going to be as happy as I think we got Marcel Sumach that came through to win that one. Our leader, probably 2 corners from the end. He spun. He's going to be absolutely devastated about that. Oh no, 10 laps. He completed 9 3/4 of a lap, but he wasn't able to quite take it. He'll be absolutely devastated with that. He knows he's got the speed. I'm just trying to catch up now and see what the positions were as they came across the line. And we had certainly cart 556, Marcel Sumach, in 1st. In 2nd place was cart 558, Jakub Kalassa. In 3rd place ended up being Matus Lennart. He started 14th on the grid and he came through for the 3rd step on the podium. In 4th position, I think, is it? Just waiting to see as they all come across the line. It's actually 555 Bartek Piekvolki. Apologies if I got that wrong. And I think that Ralph Weber, cart 559, led the race for so much of it. And he ended up finishing 5th, still a very respectable 5th, and was very close to Piekvolki. After leading for so much of the race. In 6th position, 503, Valent Bons. And in 7th was cart 506, which is Chinta Zalan. In 8th position, 516, Elia Galvanin. In 9th was 557, Igor Drozinski. They were all absolutely glued together. Then we had a bit of a gap back. To 10th was 519, Filip Janitz. And then very, very close were 554, Jerzy Spinkovic. And 505 in 12th, Sugar Daniel was only 0.082 behind 11th place Jerzy Spinkovic. Very, very close. And we then find out that unfortunately 8th position 516 Elia Galvanin was actually disqualified. I'm not sure of the reasons, but we're getting word that unfortunately Elia Galvanin was disqualified. A fantastic MicroMax first round.